We're going to do the review 2 and the review 3 section together, and I'm going to show you why in just one second. If you're on this video, that means you've already finished the review 1 section, and either myself or Mr. Marino has come and checked you off and said that you're okay to move on. For review 2, we're going to go ahead and skip question number 1. It is poorly written, and I can explain to you why another time if you're curious. Let's take a look at question number 2. Rachel baked 4 loaves of bread on Sunday. The first required 3.7 ounces of dough. The second and third each required 5.3 ounces of dough, and the final loaf required 6.1 ounces of dough. In the end, she still had 1.6 ounces of dough left over. How much dough did she start with? We're going to go ahead and read this through one more time, this time with our annotations. So Rachel baked 4 loaves of bread on Sunday. The first required 3.7 ounces of dough. The second and third each required 5.3 ounces of dough. Now it's really important that I need to know that I'm doing that 5.3 times 2. And the final loaf required 6.1 ounces of dough. In the end, she had 1.6 ounces of dough left over. How much dough did she start with? Guys, this is an addition problem, okay? I'm going to go ahead and make my key information box. And I have a fairly simple addition problem here. So I have my first loaf of bread was 3.7 ounces. My second loaf of bread was 5.3. My third was 5.3 also. Up here, remember, the second and third required 5.3 ounces each. My fourth was 6.1. And then I have this leftover, okay, and that is 1.6. So I'm just going to go ahead and add these all together. And because we are allowed to use our calculators, we definitely should. So I'm going to type it in here. I'm going to go 3.7 plus 5.3 plus 5.3 plus 6.1 plus 6.1 plus 1.6. And I'm going to make sure that I typed that in correctly. I had 36.3 ounces of dough. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to retry this because when I'm looking over at my answer choices, that's not an answer. And normally what you guys would do at this point is you would raise your hand and say, Miss Syed, the correct answer is not here. And then at which point I would come over and help you find the mistake. So my mistake, I'm guessing, when I typed these in, is that I typed them in incorrectly. So even if I don't have multiple choice, I'm going to do every calculation on my calculator 2 times to make sure that I've typed things in correctly, because I would not want to get a problem wrong on the state exam because of a calculator mistake. So I'm going to start here again. 3.7 plus 5.3 plus 5.3 plus 6.1 plus 1.6. And now I have 22. And 22 is one of my choices. Now, Miss Syed is crazy, right? I always want to make sure I'm right. So I'm actually going to plug these in one more time because I got 2 different answers to make sure that I really, really, really did it right. So 3.7 plus 5.3 plus 5.3 plus 6.1 plus 1.6. And again, I get 22. So I'm comfortable now with my answer that she started with 22 ounces. And so I'm going to go ahead and circle C for 22 ounces. I'm going to put a plus sign here so that whoever's grading this knows that I used my addition. Okay, you're going to go ahead and complete this packet on your own now. So number 3 is the only one left in the review section. And then review 3, you'll do, there are 4 questions, okay? So right now you're going to do 5 questions on your own. When you're done, please go ahead and raise your hand so Mr. Marino can come see how you did. We will count this as your exit ticket. And gentlemen, if you get your exit ticket completed, you've shown all of your strategies and you do them correctly, you are entered into a raffle. All right, guys, good luck.